Well, this site certainly looks promising. It's not often you get a start like this. Used to happen more often, I'd say. We've come across a lot of interesting things at the abandoned mines that we visited. As you can see, we are at an abandoned mine. But this has got to rank pretty high on the level of interesting things. You can see we've got an old concrete building here. Probably an old powder storage. So you've got certain expectations based on that. But once you get inside, it gets decidedly weird. You've got this altar here. Again, we're in a mine in the middle of nowhere. I know what miners are into, and they're not normally into this. You've got these and crystals in all the corners. A bunch of mats over here. The dog came with me. It was not part of the installation here. Candles. A router, because you know you gotta have a router.
Don't forget the smell.
And the smell, yeah. How did you describe the smell?
It's Nog Champa.
Nog Champa.
Right there, that box.
Okay, well.
It reeks.
Yeah, it smells very strongly of Nog Champa. There's air. So again, not your normal mine stuff. That is for sure.
Big fittings for the handles.
Yeah, I saw that.
And really big spiders.
Creative. Yeah, the spiders. There's some big spiders in here, you guys.
The camera doesn't show it, but
there's a big spider.
I didn't even notice that one next to my face.
Big one next to your face. Oh, these guys. I think this is actually the biggest one right here. Here. See how big that guy is? It's a pretty big spider. I know somebody in the comments is going to be like, oh, I've seen bigger spiders, but I'm not trying to one-up you. Plus, this is California, not... Oh, there's a black widow right there. This is California, not India or some other place with big spiders. In India, out in the jungle, we saw these dinner plate-sized spiders. Anyway, as I was saying, definitely not your typical mine thing. That pipe right there is draining the Adit. That is a lot of water. The workings back there must be absolutely enormous. I mean, that was just an unbelievable amount of water coming out of there. Alright, squeezing into the Adit. Naturally it's muddy and a tight fit. With cold air blasting out. That's what you want though, right? Camera, that microphone on the camera is probably picking up the airflow is coming out so strongly. There's Jeremy dropping in there. You can see we're in the snow here. And the Adit runs ahead in front of us there. This is long, straight, and featureless for a while, so I'll go ahead and turn the camera off until we get to something closer to our exploring destination. But you see we're all laden down with rope and such. We just roped down this ore pass here. It wasn't too bad, and got into drift level here. You can see, well, there's a junction drop right into. Probably use this as a siding for the ore pass. And then the drift takes off this way. Before I go too far, I'm going to wait for the guy that's still coming down on the rope to catch up. But I wanted to give you a quick little look where we're starting out. This one seems pretty honeycombed, so Those are usually fun. Even without artifacts, these are interesting just for the layout of the mine, and then you throw in the artifacts and they're particularly good. See, I like this kind of stuff already. Interesting looking stopes. These stopes have been pretty filled in, you can tell. It's a lot easier to dump waste rock into a stope that's not being used and haul it all the way out. Then it runs back that way. So I'll wait for the last guy to catch up and I'll pick up and start heading that way. Checking in again, I've come across a bunch of rail next to this rail. Pretty solid rail, I have to say. The Adit is continuing. It looks like there might be a slight bend up ahead. I'll keep the camera on for now in case it bends and gets interesting. Looks like the remains of some vent pipe in here, flattened probably by ice, I'm guessing, but I don't know for sure. Definitely a breeze. I don't know if you guys are hearing that in the microphone, but there's still a breeze back here. Don't know what this was about here. Don't know if it was a stop or what, but it's all in pieces now. Okay, doesn't look like it bend. It does not look like there was a bend after all. Looks like it keeps going straight. So I will turn the camera off again and carry on for the time being. Carrying on, and there's definitely something up ahead. I don't know what yet. Meanwhile, a lot more pipe and rail and wood tossed to the side here, as you can see. There's somebody's glove that's been here for a very long time. There's a wooden thing up here. Don't know what that was. Hard to tell. My friends are up ahead. Man, the wind is really coming through here. Oh, it says vent. That makes sense. I just climbed over that concrete barrier right there where the air was screaming over, and I'm in a great deal of water now, as you can see. My friends are over checking out that drift, and I'll check out this one here. Not a big fan of this mine so far, to be honest with you. So I hear a lot of rushing water over there, and then this drift carries on ahead this way. Go look at the rushing water first. Diagnose that.
We did not go past the depth collapse. You'll know when you see it.
This way?
Yep.
Okay.
If you're gonna go past it though, there's probably something down there.
Pretty fucking bad.
Definitely getting noisy up ahead. It's coming in from there, and the rushing water is coming from here. Wow. I have no idea how far down that goes, but I'm not going to find out. That's horrible. That is bad news. It's real slippery here too. I'm gonna get out of here. So the drop depth is back there, and the Adit keeps running this way. to where I'm not sure. But I'll work on finding out. I don't fall down something. Natural barrier here they created out of rock and concrete. I said natural barrier, I didn't mean natural barrier. I meant a barrier. Okay. A lot of ground fall back here. And I got some ore chutes. Pretty big ore chutes, I gotta say. This one looks like nice quartz sitting inside of them. Ooh, that looks really ugly. See the supports here. There's this layer, and then there's another layer back there. See? There's a second layer behind that, and that looks like giant rail holding up the timbers. Bad ground fall back here, as you can see. Here's the next giant ore chute, and this is horrible ground. Wow. Looks like that's what they're after there. There's looking ahead. Jeez, I don't know about that. There's the back side of that ore chute. Pocket right here with a bunch of wood tossed inside of it. And looks like the death collapse right here. Chunks of quartz there mixed in. This keeps... Okay, so the ore chute failed. That's why all this is here. Keeps going. Oh, wow. That's it right there. That is choked off. Okay, I hope you can see that on the camera. I was having issues with my other light, so I can't shine both lights, but there's this caved in section right there, and then beyond is completely caved, completely caved. So can't say I'm sorry. I already hate this mine, and going over this would just make me hate it even more. So we'll go check out the other sections. Death drop is back that way. That concrete barrier that all the water's trapped behind is right up there. And if you'll recall, we haven't checked out this section yet. So I'm gonna go around through there and cut into that section. I'll pick up there. We were just looking through there on the other side a moment ago. I came around through there, climbed over that wooden platform, whatever that was about, and see some modern plastic piping there. There's some kind of barrier here. Air is just really whipping through there. I'm gonna climb through that and see how things look on the other side. I just climbed through there and I'm continuing down this drift. It's pretty misty back here. I don't know if that's coming across in the camera or not, but it's pretty misty. Yeah, you can sort of see how misty it is looking ahead. These workings are obviously more modern. I don't know if they ran, well obviously the haulage at it was original too, but it seems like it was expanded and then they put in some more modern stuff on this end. So I'm not sure what that was about or what that was for. But I definitely, so far, have preferred the older workings farther back in the mine than this stuff. But given how awesome that section was, I'm willing to keep an open mind about this section. Well, that may be the end right there. We'll see. A lot of color back here. at all that sulfide stuff. Okay, pretty horrible ground here. There's looking up. There's the one rotten timber bracing that. And you can see how much ground falls back here. This is bad news. It keeps going though. I see the rail way down there. That's because all this caved. I'll pick up down there when it gets more interesting. I've come in from that direction and I've come across a large winze here. Drops down like so. Try to get this on camera. It's at an awkward angle to film. And then the winze drops down there for, I have no idea how far. Got these boards covering it here. Bunch of wood tossed right there. And it's too misty, I can't even tell what's up ahead. Let's do the rock test on this winze here. Okay. Okay, rock test. Okay, it stopped. That's a good depth. I would not want to fall down there. I went a ways. Might face out up there, I can't tell. I'll rejoin you up there. The winze is back there, and I followed the rail to what I thought might have been a face, and you can see the rail does indeed hit a face of sorts right here, but there's a second set of tracks taken off from this junction here that runs back here, and this faces out right there. That's the end right there. Got some drill steel hanging out right there, and then that's it. So that airflow is coming up from that winze, which is interesting. I'm not used to airflow coming up from winzes. Used to it coming down from raisins and such. You find cool stuff out in the woods. We think, I'm going to show you what's underneath from the other side, but we think this got flipped over and is in pieces underneath all this stuff. See the cables there? There's more there. So I'm going to cross this and I'll show you the view from the other side. It'll make more sense. Here's the other side. You can see had a big platform up here that it was resting on. I don't know how this got flipped over. This hoist was huge. It's like Fulton Iron Works right there, Los Angeles. So the hoist obviously powered the bucket. Over here, the bucket is there. Now what they were doing with it is a fair question. They created a flat up here, so our speculation is that they were pawing away at the hillside. And let's see, this is a lode mine, but we're near a creek, and this looks like a lot of river rock in here, so maybe they're doing some placer work. Or maybe they intercepted a quartz vein, hard to say. Old dozer over here.
If you can date this tree, it's been here that long, because this is growing up through the frame.
Huh.
So there's your minimum age. And it's got the U.S. Paint on the back.
Oh, it's an old army military.
Tractor, Medium M2 Ordnance Department, U.S. Army.
Army Jeep. Or Jeep. Army dozer.
Yeah.
You know what? I would love to know what they paid for this at a surplus auction.
Ready?
Yeah.
February 1943.
So it's World War II. Wow. I'd love to know what they paid for this at a surplus auction. Looks like the blade is gone. Yeah, the blade's gone. Wonder what they did with the blade.
Yeah, they must have just used it small. Or the blade just disappeared.
It happens. More
I wanna know what
wood
the
stacked
compressed air
over
tank's
here.
for.
Presumably this is all rock they shifted around. Where's that stuff you were reading?
Right there next to the gauges. The dog keeps scaring me.
See? There's what he was reading. Blackout, stop signal. Huh. I wonder where this was. I mean, I wonder if this was in the European theater or the Pacific theater or who knows.
Could have been here the whole time.
Could have been here the whole time. It's not the easiest thing to see, but if you look through the blackberries and brush right there, you can see the impressive portal that's back there. I'll go closer so you can see it better. Alright. See what I'm talking about now? They dropped these gigantic rocks in it to try and seal it off. See some rail coming out down there. And we could actually squeeze in through there if we really wanted to, but we don't have to, because up on top here there's a I assume this is for ventilation. There's a hole here that actually drops down into the adit. See more of the structure here around the portal. Now, unfortunately, if you stick the light down there, as we did, well, first of all, it's kind of interesting because there's, you know, huge ventilation tubing down there. Water situation is not too out of control, but hold on, I gotta get my stomach. Fortunately, if you shine the light back, there's a giant collapse back there. I don't know if that's coming across in the video or not, but at least in person, it's evident, and it goes all the way to the top. I mean, that is a serious, they may even have dynamited that as such a serious collapse. Which is really a shame because you've got those impressive rails right there, cool metal and timbering and such along the sides, but that one's just not going to happen, I'm afraid. Which again is a real shame, but not a lot you can do about that. So this is what's left of the mill that was here, and it's a real shame that this is all that's left, because I've seen a drawing, or actually it's a watercolor painting, of the mill that used to be here, and it was an impressive structure. So it's a shame that this is all that remains. Piece of quartz right there. Anyway, in case it wasn't obvious, it had multiple levels. Standing on a level, there's a level here, and there's another level up top there. And the portal, the main portal, the lower portal I should say, the main lower portal, if that makes sense, is up there. Okay, I clambered up to that upper level on the mill here just to see if there's anything noteworthy. And there really isn't. You can still see some of the corrugated metal and stuff that's left, but it's almost completely gone, I'm afraid. That was the wall of the mill, of course. It's embedded in the concrete there. Gotta love finding a stamp mill like this you weren't expecting, huh?
Yeah. Some kind of chingadera thing. Big spring on it.
I'm blown away by the size of those supports there. They're probably 18 inches by 18 inches. A huge stamp mill. I'm just blown away by the size of this thing. That wheel right there is easily 8 feet across. What's that?
Can you see the foundry mark on the front of it?
No, I was looking for the foundry mark. I couldn't find it.
Probably be on those bins at the very bottom.
Yeah, I was looking. I couldn't see it.
Borehole, small rock.
That sounds like water.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. That's trippy. Oh,
I wonder how far down that is. I can't believe there's just a fucking borehole. Someone was drilling for it.
It's a convenient spot.
That was a good one.